We're live. Thank you very much. We're live. We're live. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Thank you. Gentlemen, we don't go live. We're now streaming live on Facebook. Thank you. Thank you. Family, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever on a day. And welcome to the program Inside Salon today, na the Then and Now Media Empire. Today, na Saturday, the 18th of July, 2020. Me, I'm a host and presenter, Supermed, officially known as Muhammad Kamara. The Supermed is my AKA. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, we got a very, very important program for una today. And we want to make una share this program on our Facebook pages. We want to share, get as many people as possible. When we go join we get very, very important things that we can discuss today. And things that we all for the discuss now as patriotic and progressive Sierra Leoneans then. So at the call on una, please, una allow we share so that we'll get plenty people that will come for watch this program live. And again, we want to say thanks very much to the CEO and founder of the Then and Now Media Empire, Brother Prince Emil Kroma, where they help for good this opportunity. For now, they talk about important issues them for we country, for we all. And how we will see we country in better one tomorrow. Inside the program today, we're going to look at plenty issues them. And the issue there, one of them, now the rumored next appointment for Chief Electoral Commissioner. Una already hear the name, Mr. Mohamed Kone. When I'm the director actually of the Financial Intelligence Unit. Now a rumor that the name now know the hear when they say they don't nominate or they don't appoint for become the Chief Electoral Commissioner for replace the former one when I'm Mr. Mfali Conte. That's one of the topics we can talk about today. We also go talk about the Pandemic Road Prison Massacre. We don't hear the figure now, the official figure, where don't come out from government. We know say plenty side, we don't get different numbers them. But the government say that 31 people them die. So this now one of the other topics we for talk about today. Then also the former minister, in case Mr. Alpha Timbo, in case we don't collapse in a parliament, where don't collapse in a court, where the ACC take go na court, and now for one reason or the other, the ACC not agree for provide the evidence them, and the argument to them put say, then a judge trial they want, not a judge and jury trial. Now that important topic that we need we go get for can talk about. We go also talk about what the other people refer to as the first lady in outbursts in relation to the rape issue how we country Sierra Leone. Very, very important topic we go talk about and back. Then we go talk about the alleged witchcraft attack at the Ministry of Lands. We see the video where the minister says Mr. Sandy, where somebody will go there and they are thinking that the in the office there, when they look for people, they want witchcraft, we want attack them, or want to go balok or go problem through the witchcraft. Now in office, we go look into them as well. We go also look into a very disturbing video where we see the first lady in Brother. They will describe as a brawl, fought with other people. We'll go talk about them as well. Then at the other most important and breaking issue where they happen right now, the protests na Makeni, where according to Umar Fofana was saying official figures, he say 4 people, but also they get unconfirmed source say up to 9 people don't die. And we don't see the video, we don't see the picture them. These are very, very important and serious breaking news. What we'll talk about. And talk plenty one about inside the program today. Don't forget this program, we call it Inside Salon today. Now, on a regular program, where they can at this platform every week, every Saturday, 8 p.m. UK time and 7 p.m. Salon time. So again, I want to welcome you all in the chat room. I want to thank you plenty on a journey, and please share so that plenty people them will get the opportunity to watch this program live. Because today at this program, we get some important people them. Dynamic Sierra Leoneans them. People them who like salon. People who are very patriotic and progressive Sierra Leoneans them. Where they be part of the panelists today. Where I get on the program. We get a patriotic and a philanthropist Sierra Leonean. When a Madam Jenny Koroma is second for Kango Mott by the First Lady in outbursts and other issues there. We get somebody who will describe as a legal analyst. Somebody going a patriotic Sierra Leonean. When like salon business, where they help plenty salon business there. When a Mr. Momodou Mansare, we get for can talk about the legal issues there. What do we see in relation to the what happened with that case them where it seems for collapse, the former minister in case, Mr. Alpha Timbo in case we collapse, and go up much for one day and other issues and back. And finally, we get somebody who they describe as a social media commentator, a political activist, Mr. Hassan Mansour Kago. We go can look into that rumored appointment. This man Amawe also versatile with the Salon 1991 Constitution. So he said we can help we for look into this particular appointment, rumored appointment here. Because we don't get plenty comments in terms of a validity one for that particular position there. But again, before we go further, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk small a little bit first for kickstart the program. And I urge you now, please, we now share. Now we get plenty people that will go join me for this program here. Join me for this conversation because we're doing an important conversation about we country, about we fellow Sierra Leoneans, about we all, despite you are in the diaspora on a salon, see the way they affect we as the program go inside salon today. And one of the most important breaking news, where it very saddened most of we patriotic and progressive Sierra Leoneans. Now, what do they hear from the protests where they happen na Makeni? We don't get all different sources there. Very reliable source. We all know how the protests broke through, where the protests begin, because the people and youth man them. Yeah, he say the spear generator when they get there, where maybe when the main plant that they use, if you get problem, now then they go use for supplementary, so they go get light and go continue for get light. Then one can take them for move and they can go na lunge. Now we also get from the government your own side say don't confirm and say yes, that's not the case. Then say them don't meet with key stakeholders. Them tell them say this is a temporary move because what they do, the machine and lunge get problem. So they wait for impacts. So and for the fact that the airport can open, now this they make, they want to go borrow this machine here. But ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, this is not the first time where this they happen now we can't see. We don't see another similar scenario where happen na Kono, when they say they want to go take generator there for move and go borrow. We see what happened there. And we expect say the people them in authorities, the security forces them, now for the able to learn lesson from what they happened by previous situation and make sure say them put mechanism in place and make sure say they communicate with the people properly for make the people they understand and therefore put things that go make they're able put the people them into a situation and go know what's in the happen at the country. So, and we patriotic and progressive Sierra Leone, and we at this platform, now this program inside Salon today, now this Then and Now media platform, what you will see with what are they run we are. With the feel the pain, because we see say an issue like this day like today don't result to the loss of lives. Like we are saying, even according to Umar Fofana, it don't confirm say 4 people they don't die. And now they get unconfirmed reports there. Very, very competent and credible reports that will say the people who don't die are up to 9. Which this on itself now big calamity for we brothers and sisters in other country there. Because they are now fellow Sierra Leoneans. Now people them now Salon people like we forget the rights them we all get as Sierra Leoneans. And the government, according to the 1991 Constitution, for no say the opening chapters, in fact, that the Constitution clearly states and say the peace, security, and the welfare of the people in a Salon, now the primary responsibility and purpose of any government. So the government for always a thing say, therefore they look after the people in that country, they welfare. And if also no say, now any democratic state, protests, they go hand in hand with democracy. We always see what's happening at the world. Where sadly the gentleman, the late Mr. George Floyd in America, when they kill him, how the protesters scatter all parts of the world. We see inside America, they burn property there, they book shop them, they do all kinds of things. We not see the policeman and grab, or the soldier man and grab, open fire in ordinary open fire for people them. So why this will happen in our country? Is this a matter of competency in our security forces them? Is this a matter of the people in authority, the government? Then they will learn from previous experiences them? So there are many key questions there. We will for ask with government, we will ask with authority. Because they like today, we feel the pain for fellow Sierra Leoneans them. And I believe say, my panelists them, they will can't go much back by this. I just said like you know a quick background on waiting they take place right down on McKinney. I believe say most of them don't see the gruesome videos there. People they don't go on the bleed. The horrible videos them and pictures them. All about on social media. But the question also, I get a very dynamic panel here so today. We go come and go much by this topic here so. We go come and get their own opinion, their own views by this particular topic here so. Because like what I say no more, ladies and gentlemen, please do not share this program here so. Now get many people and we'll go able to watch this program live. Because this is a very important topic that we'll get today for discourse. Now this program inside Salon today, now the Then and Now media platform. So ladies and gentlemen, without much ado, I feel so for start immediately. I want to go directly to a dynamic guest where now Mr. Hassan Mansour Kagbo, when I a political activist and a social media commentator as well. Mr. Hassan Kagbo, welcome to the program.
Welcome and good evening to viewers of Then and Now. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hassan Mansour. And also the topic we get today for talk about now the rumored neck appointment. But before we go by that topic day, I believe they don't see the pictures, they don't see the videos them of waiting they happen right now in that protest. Now, McKinney people in the protest because of the generator they were moved commodity. I want to make you give viewers them, we listeners them, what now you don't take? How you see this thing?
Thank you, Supermaid. Good evening, viewers, once again. My take to this is quite sad for see the things that happen in our country. we're not supposed for to happen in this day and age, in this 21st century. And one thing I want to make categorically clear, this going on and this lawlessness with the happen in our country is down to the lack of leadership. This government is lacking in so many ways where it creates them situation there. And we all understand that the government, now them not the one, because of COVID-19, suspend all travel and so on and so forth. So now the government decided to open the airport. In doing so, they realize the generator, na the Lunge axis, the ambog. So what thing I expect you to do as a government, you got for show leadership. The leadership where the government failed, now for go engage with the leaders, now McKinney, for make them understand waiting at the situation, the seriousness and the urgency and the need for the spare generator when they get to McKinney, for make them go able to borrow that from the McKinney people in order for make them go able to open the airport on time. But again, these governments get an habit where don't become conversant with them, where the people not trust them anymore. The similar thing, I believe, been happened at Kono a while ago when they go take the similar generator, and in Kerangu, I think it was Bow, and they never return it back again. So as far as the people of McKinney concerned, they not communicate with them, and they not tell them if at all this generator will be returned after when they fix the one at Lunge or when they get a new one at Lunge. And with the leadership, when they get na McKinney in the resident minister Abu, na man where they lead with toggery and heavy-handedness. So when you get a man like that, it hard for make it cut through to in people and for let them believe anything where it is say. So the lack of leadership, I'm afraid, Supermed, with this government, now end the cause all of this lawlessness and unnecessary loss of life we will witness so now we beloved country. So we just hope that calmness will be prevailed and the security apparatus now will we understand say they use life round on their own people for make them cease with an immediate effect, because there are other ways they can be able to deal with this issue without using live ammunition on their own citizen. As you quite rightly say earlier, we see the protests in the killing of George Floyd in the United States. There was never a single bullet of live ammunition that was fired. Why in Africa? Why in Sierra Leone? And why under this SLPP government is the question we will get to begin to ask.
Okay, thank you very much, Brother Mansour. I will let Oliver this small because you don't need church by the next hour I move the conversation to. Because for make the security forces them open fire by the young people, where them people are now protested, they protest, where they get a genuine concern about a generator where they supply power to them, where they want to move, where we don't see that, we don't happen before, and then see the consequences where happen. When that happened, you know, it's really, really worrying because there are many ways where we expect, say, the security forces them for handle that kind of situation they are so, for negotiate, for talk with the protesters them, for make them go reach some sort of dialogue with the protesters them, and try for bring them come to a situation where they go resolve their issue they are so amicably. Allow the protesters them for protest peacefully and make sure say the situation is resolved amicably. Give them that space, give them that time, and make the dialogue the way necessary. But we don't see that. What we see now, unwanted violence, where we see people that don't lost their life today, which is very, very worrying and sad. And again, I want to bring my other guest back where now Mr. Mamadou Mansare, where come really for can look at the case where collapse, the minister in case where collapse in court. But I believe say he's going to get one or two things for go by this particular topic, because this will become the breaking news of the day. And a very, very important talk this way. They pen plenty Sierra Leoneans and we don't see the videos, we don't see the picture in our social media. Mr. Masawe, what you don't see, you feel say the police them, or the security forces there. We go for a quality situation wherever the protest there. Now the best way this, where they for use for handle the situation, you feel say there are other better ways of handle this situation and result are much better than what you see so and what you result so.
Thanks, Brother Ahmed, for this program, yeah, and thanks for welcoming me as well. Yes, I will let go straight to the point. Mina man will for hit the nail right at the right time. Yes, the first issue we raised now, so I'll come to that. They win at the court matters there in relation to the case we collapsed the Rice saga. But first, yes, my brother, I read my brother Masoom, he don't touch on very pertinent issues and also in relation to what they go on so right now in McKinney. It's sad. It's sad for Yeri, and to be honest, I don't want to repeat most of the things that we say. But where it comes in terms of security apparatus now and how they deal with incidences then like now, so there is nothing more I could say other than that Sierra Leone itself, the government, is violating international law, is violating human rights and the Sierra Leone human rights or the people of McKinney human rights then and rights. So and this is a big issue. It's just surprising for me that still this government not able to learn lesson. Even though we don't get the incident at Panama Road, we still and they live and people the memory is fresh about that. An incident like this they take place in McKinney because of poor leadership, as my brother Mason Binon say. So yes, and then whether now one person died at McKinney or two or three or more than that, now Israeli life don't go, and Israeli life don't go, it go unlawfully, and that's not acceptable. It's not acceptable by any means here. So the people of McKinney they get right for demonstrate for what they feel say right. They get right for come on the streets and express their anger. But the security apparatus, the police team, I don't know about the military because the military, as far as I know, by the Constitution of Sierra Leone, they're supposed to protect the borders there. I can only talk for the police then. Also, we're not internal security officers and that, and we're supposed to protect the citizens then of that country today and manage protesting like that and they efficiently without violence. Don't forget, say the people who come on the street, the young people and the future of Sierra Leone, that they hold on and then nobody no go on for wake up, go fight for your right and no return and all peace and unharmed. So what they go on at McKinney is unacceptable. But as I said before, my brother, my son, he don't talk about the resident minister in attitude, in behavior, and a way of dealing with problems and like that, and he's a violent man. But again, yeah, time will catch up with these issues. And within a global world today, where the evidence is so and concrete now that anytime they present them in the real court of law, i.e. the ICC, justice will take its course. So in relation to McKinney, and Namion view this, I'm not sure other person will be able to comment on that. We come on this Rice saga.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Brother Mamadou. We'll go Panama and I believe that the next time I will go for jump. But we'll not exhaust this particular McKinney talk because I want to tell people on the platform, thank you plenty. And they see Mr. Vero, Mr. Alpha, Mrs. Gugi Kabia, and many other people. I want to all thank you and please, wanna share so that we get plenty people who go join, we go watch this program live and you get in discussion because the question will get dynamic and panelists and you know they can help for much by the topic then. Somebody comment say the police IG deny say the police are not use live bullets. But obviously, that's the evidence are out there because they see the videos them, we see the shell them and everything. Where and we see the people where they see the bullets wound them, them say these are bullets wound, they see only they bleed, and there was no any emergency waiting and call for any emergency service can they for rescue them, take them go now hospital. We don't see anything like that. Now the same protester they will see, they carry people, they go to the hospital to months, they beg for me to go admit and they. This again, I want to remind the government, and they always continue for remind the government, say, the government in primary purpose and responsibility, now for look after the peace, security, and the welfare of Sierra Leoneans them. It doesn't matter you Sierra Leone, say them for look after you. So if this happens, if they expect say the medical service, the ambulance and for day, we will go and therefore rescue them people the way they don't shoot, make sure they get enough first aid treatment, can they go to hospital? Maybe by that one, then we will save plenty people in life, but we don't see that at all. And again, when they talk at this platform, say we outrightly condemn this unnecessary loss of life na McKinney. And we call on the people responsible, the government, the security service them, we hold them thoroughly responsible. We call for me to make sure say the situation calm down, and me to make sure say a thorough investigation is launched for actually establish what happens in that place there, because this is unacceptable. And like again, I say, we other guests we have been introduced to now, instead of go much by this before we go by the other topic then what we talk about. And this person now a patriotic and they put the word a philanthropist Sierra Leonean, where they have plenty salon people and back home there. And this now another bossing other than this dynamic lady, Madam Jene Kuruma. Madam Jene Kuruma, no say you line mute, I think she go on mute now. What thing you don't take, but what you don't see the video them, they report them when they come out from McKinney Day like today, from this particular protest incident and the subsequent violence and loss of life. We don't see it.
Good evening to everybody. To me, honestly, it is so sad for the see Motaman they die. Whether na you picking, whether na you enemy, whether na you friend, it's just sad. Because when somebody lost life, the family not go ever be the same again. You don't miss something where there is no way you will able to replace. Now the sad thing that day to me, with the videos themselves, I'm able to watch some of them because it heartbreaking. But what we they say now, so what thing they happen bad? Protest people and get right for protest. Now the government in responsibility for make sure say then get people out there for protect the citizens them. Not so just for go send people and for come and do more harm. If and to what me see the video then are young people and not to say a big hole or whatever. They're supposed to try for able control and calm the situation down for make it go like it goes so. Somebody all stone, they stone you all gone. Now two different things. Because me not see cutlass so now stone the videos the way me see. Maybe they don't send more. But to what me see, now stones them and sticks them, I see. Where if government send officials them, then go come with bullets, that's wrong. It's unacceptable. You know, the government not they do well at all, that side. Then our governance, because of the people, now what a man then puts them, not to they grab no more and go sit down there by themselves. We are the people who voted them in. So then therefore respect, review, and values them. For now that they are go tap.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Jene Kuruma. Very well put. I mean, like when you put an almost so we they expect, we the people that expect say the government and for look after we and protect we. So it's rather unfortunate for make the same government and the authorities and the security forces them wait for do that job they go turn back who can suffer loss of life so then people in the back. Now thank you very much for this small about by this topic. Like we are saying, we'll get plenty things today for cover. Now the program within this short period of time what we get. So with the urge now again, we know that the chat room, please share this live to many people who will join me go hear from there with dynamic guests there what we get. And maybe they got much for them. Very important topic there. So straight off, we want to go again to the other topic where the brother Hassan Manso go come of much part we serious one. This now the rumor appointment of a chief electoral commissioner, Mr. Mohamed Kone, when are the current director of the financial intelligence unit. So this person is saying I don't appoint for become the new chief electoral commissioner when they replace Amfa Conte. So when this rumor come on though, plenty people then begin check this man in background for see whether if this man qualify according to the constitution. Because what I want to remind people them, even neck not dey above the constitution. The constitution ain't govern everything that we can't today. Because the even neck is created under the inside the constitution, section 32 of the constitution of Sierra Leone, now then they create neck. Now in talk about the people for them at the commission. The people them waiting go disqualify them not at the commission, waiting go qualify them at the commission, and the process how they go appoint them. So it's very, very important for now we zoom in. Now we see if this particular gentleman qualified for like they become the chief electoral commissioner, because a very, very important position. We know say first of all, the president, before he chooses this man according to a constitution, is supposed to consult with the other parties. Then. That will not be confirmed yet because sources at the time we say he hasn't confirmed. But again, they call it some of this now rumored information because we don't see any official communique or press release from the government in your side where they confirm this particular appointment. But again, nevertheless, because we only are concerned, patriotic and progressive Sierra Leoneans, then we'll say, well, now we can look into this topic, now we can watch this man, and now we see whether if this man qualified for become the chief electoral commissioner. So, Mr. Assalman, so I know say you're not a political activist, then see a thing where they look into. I know say you might have looked into them already. So please, whether you can explain to we, according to the constitution, if this man a legitimate appointment, if a qualified according to the 1991 constitution of Sierra Leone for become the chief electoral commissioner, Nanek.
Thank you, Supermed. This is a very, very interesting topic. Whenever you talk about the NEC office of Sierra Leone. Now, one office it captivates the mind of every Sierra Leonean, especially in this current dispensation where we do so. And every time in the history of with politics in Salone, NEC gets for make a decision, they decide the future of the current generation and the generation yet unborn by the leaders where they elect during an election. As we don't see over the years, during the infighting, and the way it behaved since when this government come into power, through all the by-elections, all the happenings, and the void elections, the cancellations, the every under, the tactics, and the bad underhand game way that administration that they play, it is about time, I believe, that office, the current government appoint somebody with credibility where they can serve the nation instead of somebody where they can serve the president or a political party. As we all know, Mr. Kone, he currently work as the director of the FIU. So as far as we're concerned, this situation right now rumor, not actually confirmed as yet. But one thing where we know about this government is this. This government like for do this the way they call Maloa. They like for test the water. This is an appointment when I believe really and truly this government want for make, for consolidating position, for hold them base, and maybe for revenge come 2023 by making sure they get their own person inside it. And we don't see over these 2+ years when this government is not in power, this government, they only talk about the constitution if and when it affects the opposition. But anything when they do in terms of bastardizing the constitution, then they do them at will. The exclusion of all the parliamentarians then, and so on and so forth as an example. But in the issue of Mr. Kone now, why we get for take him as a rumor, but we get for take him very, very seriously is this. The government to test the water for see waiting at the opinion of the public. If they're able to massage and soften up the public, this appointment will stick. It will become a credible appointment for them. But as of now, we not actually get an official letter of appointment notifying the public that Mr. Kone has actually been appointed to be the next commissioner for NEC. And also, this same guy, Mr. Kone, currently they work as a public officer. So if he work as a public officer through an act of parliament that actually passed in the office where he currently hold as a FIU, and it gets paid out of the consolidated fund, automatically, as it says on the constitution, Mr. Kone is not actually qualified for get the office. But even though Mr. Kone as yet is not qualified to get the office, but it is down now to waiting the House of Parliament, the appointment team, then get for do in making sure this guy, they go by the constitution in making sure they not elect this man or they not appoint this man because the president says so. Because in Sierra Leone, we get this thing. When we appoint people, them no matter what happen, the parliament, with leadership in the parliament, no, they look and care for waiting better for the country and in people, them, they only they appoint and declare appointee because the president says so. So now waiting the president wants and the president they get, but waiting actually better for the country, none of they do for the sake of our country. So we get to be very, very cautious when we look into this Mr. Kone in issue. We know say 32, section 32 on our constitution states and clearly say anybody we na a public officer, and we believe say Mr. Kone na a public officer and not qualify. So as things stand for now, we need to be cautious. We need for all our horses, but we need for start for make noise, for let the government know say the constitution is the overriding document where they rule the country, not to waiting the president say. So if we go by waiting the constitution say, Mr. Kone being a public officer is not qualified for all the office of the NEC commissioner. So we believe say we the activists them, we the concerned Sierra Leoneans there, we want to make the government and the president know say we are aware of this situation, we keep an eye on this situation, and Mr. Kone will not be approved by parliament if at all it decide for put Mr. Kone forward for this position as the next commissioner for NEC. That's not going to happen.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Brother Manso. I mean, you don't give a clear and salient answer to this particular question. I just want to acknowledge some people in the chat room. I see some messages there. Some people ask me, they say, which number to call for inputs? Okay, moderator, read the messages. What number to call for inputs? Yes, indeed, it is the responsibility of the government to protect the lives of the citizens. It's also the responsibility of the citizens to work with their government for their safety. So yes, we're gonna get plenty and respond them in relation to the incident where they happen at McKinney right now. Anyway, we'll go for take calls. As the number they got, I mean the hour they round up, we will take call. We will spare 20 minutes for take call because we got plenty issues them we want to go through. And the number for call now +44 79 513 77 568. The number again now +44 79 513 77 568. But please, we not only call them first. Not only call them first. I go open the phone line within the next, let me say 10-15 minutes. So that when I go come up with our own comments and views, you know, say this platform now an objective, democratic, and platform for all Sierra Leoneans. When I views them and comments are all expected. But again, with the urge now, please, the conversation has to be respected. When I learn for agree, for disagree peacefully. But I also understand, say, we get with fellow Sierra Leoneans and today, back in Sierra Leone, we're not there again with we, due to when they exercise their own democratic rights. Now, any democratic states for go protest against something when they're not glad for, against something when they're not like. We all know the example has been quite clear. What you see in Akono, when they go tell the machine gonna bow, what left happen, the machine Akono get problem. The machine is gonna bow to inside get problem. So subsequently, Bo and Kerema, they all lost light. And then so for a long time, I think up to now they try for so that situation. So these are very, very important situation. So I feel that the people that are making it think also the same way. Say, boy, if they go at the same problem, who say come, the one can't take a machine, no go agree. Because if we can't lose this, any problem happen with this main machine we get, we need something for substitute them so that we're always going to get lights now. And I believe it's a legitimate concern when they raise, when they protest for. So the government, in your wisdom, for know how for approaching people in it, for know how for negotiate, for know how for handle the situation so that things will be resolved peacefully and amicably for the interest of the country and the people that are the country. Because again, I always remind the government say that they have a responsibility for look after the people in that country. Now the responsibility for make sure say they abide by their own when they don't swear into say then take government for look after all Sierra Leoneans regardless. Because many people they make plenty example them say but we don't see protest them what happened I think na Pujong or somewhere, but why did the police not go there and open fire? So these are all legitimate questions. So again, we they talk now so objectively and open. Let people make up their young mind. Let people ask the key questions. Then. So what did it happen in our country? So why did it happen? Because the other topic we can deal with today, whether that Palema Road massacre, is also get something for do with what did happen. So because these are very important topic. But like I say, please share the program and I will open the phone lines very soon. We'll take the number again now +44 79 513 77568. Okay, then I'll continue with me panelists and for the time being, for the short time we get, don't make sure so we put in plenty in the inside. We look at the list then so on Mr. Mamadou Mansare. Mr. Mamadou, we don't see big case where the SEC, the Anti-Corruption Commission, go to court against the former minister, Mr. Alpha Timbo, Padare saga, where they say 49,000 bags of rice missing through your side. Well, don't forget to this rest. Then give them for help with that school feeding program for picking them. All about the country, we know the triangleness of the country. We know say plenty household where people they work la money, 10 net can they work you for waiting for it. So this is a very important issue. If the Chinese government give you this rest, say, but we can't manage, we can't feed on picking them. We're not going to expect anybody when they afraid God to go take that rest. So be in that case, most of you be concerned. Most of you be worried. But what you can see now, the SEC will get plenty lawyer there. Even the Anti-Corruption Commissioner, insists in a lawyer. Then put all, they say, don't get all the case. For me, then go to court now. For me, then go tell how many cases go begin. Me then go say, we say, they don't want a trial by jury, a trial by judge. Did they not know all about this? What did you don't take, Mr. Masare? Because it's not taxpayer money, they go off. And people, they suffer for this. So what did you don't take by this legal saga, by this rest business here, so, with the minister?
Thanks, Brother Ahmed. Although, to be honest, I want to make comment on what Brother Mason been said earlier on in relation to the electoral commissioner in issue, but I will spare that in the interest of time here because I don't see you get callers and with a wait. But when you come on this rice saga matter here, you don't already say it's very important, a very serious matter, important, and especially so where this be meant for school picking them, malnourished school picking them, when a vulnerable picking them for able to feed them, you know, with that. And then suddenly a missing in the hands of the government officials, including others then as well. And then the ACC and step in for investigate. I mean, I don't go on for labor too much into the legal side of things here because we need to preview to that. But what I can only say here is that let me put this whole thing into context here, which is that not the decision, not at the decision will lead for the collapse of the case, but the implication will this get for the court and as well as for the ACC. We know today, say, Sierra Leone legal system is seriously under constraint, it's under pressure, and it gets serious question mark about credibility now. And then I will cite example of the current people who language na Panemba Road and what would they describe as political prisoners, Quetta and others, with some of them matters than the malicious and charges then get, then they go to court day in, day out, every week in, week out, and then they just return and say, there's not enough time to hear this case. I mean, I adjourn it for the next day. Bam, the judge put that. So what in the cause that? We legal system gets serious problem. And we legal system, and it stand where you compare that to international and legals and other legal systems by comparison, we get problem with we own and legal system, whether it merits credibility or not. But there are two things missing inside here. So you get the political side of things and you get the legal side of things. I think the political side of things is why make this case collapse? As I say, we need to privy to that, or some of we also not. But obviously, there is some political factors linking to that. Whether in the interest of maintaining party cohesion here, that they don't want to pursue the minister and the associate and when they involved into this saga here, and then say, okay, look, let's just put that aside and move on in the interest of party, which is then above national interest. Because in the first place, the ultimate aim of the ACC now for, in reality, I talk as a realist here, now for reduce corruption, because you cannot and finish corruption. You cannot. I don't see that in the world, a whole corrupt-free society, but at least you can come to a minimum where it will impact the ordinary Sierra Leonean. Will impact the ordinary Mamurian or some village, we know nothing but government day in, day out. And I think that the foundation that upon which this ACC should be working out. And for them now not for able to provide evidence, enough evidence for pursue this matter in a court, hence leading to the collapse of it, then we have to begin to ask questions about, yes, okay, as you say, the ACC, the head boss is a lawyer, and then get lawyers, then they will for able to look into this in the first place, whether it merit court's attention or not. So now, if in the interest of the public, then say, what pursuing, then we get to begin for a serious questions. And perhaps the other way forward when we see is that an individual Sierra Leonean can take up this matter, say, what, we did pursue this now to a certain degree. I mean, and judicial, I mean, a court summon or summon ACC or summon the court, for look at what went wrong and who side things and go wrong, and what are the evidence that why make them able to go further with this case. So I think for me, the impact now also is that it undermines the court credibility, it undermines the ACC credibility as well, and obviously we don't begin to get doubt, and we don't get doubt over the Sierra Leone legal system, the way how they operate things, either because they're under pressure or they are politically highly influenced one way or the other, but which is bad for the judges and when they understand their position, understand, say, yes, the government of the day get the power, but we they believe, say, in law, the judiciary is supposed to be independent.
Okay, and thank you very much, Brother Modo. I feel say you don't hit this topic very, very well. You don't give a clear answer to what this debacle, because plenty people then vex. For they don't lose 49,000 bags of rice. The ACC don't spend plenty taxpayer money, go to courts, when the case reach a court now, for they go collapse, so then go dismiss, and so it's really sad. And more like when we can't get those scarce resources for all the wasters of it, where people they suffer, it's really unfortunate. But because of time now, we'll move forward quickly because we can open the phone line and very soon. Like where I say, ladies and gentlemen at the chat room, the phone line are +44 79 513 77 568. The number again are +44 79 513 77 568. But now we go to the other panelists, when a dynamic lady, when a philanthropist and a patriotic Sierra Leonean Mrs. Madam Jenny Koroma. Please, you go unmute your mic now, let go join we. Madam Jenny Koroma, the other thing where we see a video they go around on social media where the first lady they try for talk about rape business, where plenty people and that pedophilia business, plenty people and vex. All man they support say yes. Now we continue for first pedophilia. We don't want pedophilia, they will enter. May the Lord take the cause of the people, may them punish them seriously. Anybody will do that one day. But the way how the first lady relate that message, he begin use curse. The way you put them that way, they, could people are disappointed. They say that they expect you as a first lady for making able carry himself very well, able to speak very well to the people, them explain to the people, they say, yes, this particular get business, and also we all appalled by them, we all hate them. I go promise you, I say this government will go fight them very well and make sure say all the perpetrators of them will bring them come to justice. But instead of we all focus, we for make them all focus by the rape issue and for sensitize the public out for fight them this pedophilia issue. Now all man focus by the choice of language where you use, the cost the way you use by the audio day. So what you don't take in relation to the all video what we see and how the first lady carry himself and how the first lady respond by that particular topic.
Thank you again. The video where me see and the message where the first lady pull, there is a two parts to it. I go start with the good side, then I end down with the bad side. The good side, me as somebody where I not a judge person, because she's the first lady, that not mean say you know express in feeling the way we in want to express in your feeling that way. Or the way we in go want the layman a village for understand the message where they try for pass. Me not go judge them. Then the other thing where the first lady need well, I know say he gets a PA, a personal assistant. Some of them message their way they send. Before they send them, somebody need for monitor them first. They edit them before they send them out. But that man in a village, we not sabi, we not understand the message where he give to me, na so he forget. When it comes to rape, me na woman, I get girl picking them, I get sister them, I get nieces, I get cousin them. You understand? Not to where me they compromise with. Another look behind, another look before. Another back, nobody. If you do them, you for face the consequences. There is no two way about it. The only problem with we in a salon, we not get equipment, scientific equipment for able prove say this person actually do it in the accuse them for. So now do down there, now then me get a little doubt. But me not against waiting Mrs. Fatima Bio say at all. And the way we in choose for giving message as a first lady, that is the way she want to give the message. Being a first lady not mean say you go change your character. You know they give snake sus for wear, say go waka. And platform not the way you go buy for them, where you go say, oh, I don't go buy the highest platform, this snake go waka. No, Mrs. Fatima is Mrs. Fatima. There is nothing we can do to change her. That's the way she is. She said things the way she say it. And if I was in a position, maybe I would have even said worse than what she said. Now, so Missiam, I know they stop nobody from making get your intake, everybody get it in right. Then the wrong side, because it represent we as a Sierra Leonean and we country, if for they take in terms starting seeing them and way and manner how they do things and how they present itself, how they say things, because that they go back to we. They not go take we serious. International world not go look we say, oh, look this woman, but now in normal all the time, now in this, now in that, but I'm not blaming her alone because she has a team. In team for they for stand behind them for help them. We're not for the blame and almost say all the time. People and they are their responsibility for push them, say, oh, Mrs., what you are saying or what you are about to say, this is how you should say it. For example, we get the Queen Nayaso. In speech, before they go out and say anything, somebody get to go through them and make sure say yes, what they can't say na him. So if we not get down there, we fast no more for the blame the woman, anything come up with or whatever. In the rape, what she said, for 100%, I have no problem, no objective. I deal with them 100%. 100%. I'm sorry to say, but the one the way you know go feel offended, I'm a woman. I'm talking in a woman point of view, and I they talk me na a mama, and I they talk I get picking them. Now on that way they me where she don't also you know affect me directly, but affect my family. As I'm speaking, my husband then a free tongue. And when I they talk a then a social media, let everybody hearing when I a rapist. When I
okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam Jenny. I want just say, Adamo say, What Madam Jenny they say now in your
your
opinion
view.
and
Your
your
opinion,
views,
the way
and
I
for
see
legal
it.
reason, we will not go accuse anybody that the
No,
platform.
I'm not accusing anybody. I have evidence. I have proof. So I'm not afraid to say what I'm saying. I'm
Okay,
not.
thank you.
Me there with the first lady. Nobody can stop me when it comes to that. 100%.
Okay,
I'm
thank
with
you very
that.
much, Madam Jenny. No, we got your point.
Anybody where they play and deal with them, as long as the law you able prove them, say yes, what you did and what they say. So now in make we need forget scientific things then a tongue of the forensic sign and they need for strengthening. They need for make them more strong. Make people then be able to know them work and do the right thing. Forget them beast they are. Because I call them beast.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Jenny. We don't get your point. You make a very, very salient point and a very, very valuable point. Like when you talk, you highlight the need for a forensic lab so that they're able to prosecute them people, they're able to find them guilty. You also highlight the need, say, the first lady need for get a team who go help them. Obviously, I think so now the side of the government for do that one, and not with the people, and the government for no say, the first lady for get a set of advisors them and people them, like when somewhere give example to the community, which is very, very salient point. Thank you very much. Again, for the, because of time, sorry, Mr. Mamadou, we're coming to that. Because of time, we try for asking people who want call. Say the line not open now, the lines are open. If now one call for contribute to your own comments and views them, now +44 79 513 77568. Send out the number for call for and give comments and views them. But as the call they say no more, because of the time they beat we, Mr. Mamadou, this issue about the our company, the issue about the rumored neck appointments. Mr. Mamadou, maybe you go hang up much, but I'm small. I know say you wait to come because according to the constitution again, it tells say the neck boss for like go qualify now like the same requirements what we need for an MP. When section 76 tell we of the constitution. Say the same requirements where somebody need for qualify as an MP. Now the same requirements somebody need for qualify as a neck boss. And one of the things will be no way, plenty people be know they follow the previous election way up in a salon is you get for left your job at least 1 year minimum if you're not a public officer. Because we don't establish now say the financial intelligence unit now a public office. So you they work they automatically become a public officer. So if this man when they nominate or they nominate is still a work there, that means say automatically you don't disqualify for become a neck boss.
Yes.
Because I'm not saying you they go get experience on that topic there. I want to go more small number because this other topic is so don't create plenty controversy. So that we iron them out, tell people understand them from that angle there because now the same qualification where if somebody want to become a member of parliament in a salon. Now that same qualification, they back you forget for become the chief electoral commissioner and ANEC. So what now you comment on that side?
Yes. I mean, I don't want to come too much into the legal point of BV. I don't want to confuse people and that. But Brother Masumi already highlight very pertinent issues in relation to this. But the only thing what they say, I understand the wariness of this appointment. But let me put this into a context. Let me put that within the context. Say now rumor. Now, rumor, they go on now and say the president don't nominate them. And let me use the word nominate, underline that word in nomination. So the process has to go through, and that nomination has to go through a process, a parliamentary process now, where then come to the constitution. But as the previous speaker, we don't talk about the bastardization of the Israeli constitution, it don't come on to be Israelis anymore. We don't see since what is government kind of power, the manipulation, the way how they go about interpreting the constitution, which is completely wrong. But me not a high court judge, and I don't go say because I don't go put myself in that position. I don't know. I'm not going to say much about that. But the fact that high court judge cannot get the opportunity for interpret certain segments, certain part of the law, very controversial to both parties, then that until we say and the government of the day now they manipulate everything. So this issue is about this appointment. I understand this, the wariness, the seriousness. The only thing I want for saying also is objectively here. Similarly, they told them in our point Info Ali that we are also that kind of a little bit of wariness, and then it can now we don't see who Ifa Ali is. So
yes, sorry, Mr. Modu, please. I think so. Get a caller quickly. Let's just tell her hold on. Why she the flow? Hello, Mr. Caller. Please, for tell me who side the call from. What's your name, please? Sorry, if you say that again, please. I think say the language problem, eh? Mr. Dabo, thank you very much. Mr. Dabo, they call from Dallas, Texas. Mr. Mamadou, please, if you just round up, so we'll get for your waiting, Mr. Dabo one contribute.
Okay, good. Okay, let's just drop that point there for now. But let's just comment quickly, very quickly here on what my sister say about the first lady. The thing also is this: the first lady in a good cause in the Fed for, but the manner in which it go about things now in the serious questions here. I mean, you can use diplomatic words, diplomatic language for send a clear message rather than a mob justice language. So I think that's the difference, and that raise serious questions about that position there. It hold a public position. And at least perhaps if we're able to learn some diplomatic words, diplomatic skills in sending out messages for correct a wrong system.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Mamadou. Thank you very much. Hello, Mr. Dabo, are you still here?
Yes, sir, I'm right here.
Yes, Kai, on the floor is all yours. This is Mr. Dabo from the United States.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, my dear brother. I want to
yeah, my son, that's true.
Based on your topic. If you can give me one of the topic where you want to address, I don't want to just go all over, wrap all over things.
Are you calling?
Yes, because you get 2 minutes for talk because of time, and we cover plenty issue. Don't cover what's happening at McKinney currently.
Let me address the McKinney issue, which is current right now. McKinney issue, there's one thing where it's familiar before we come at conference or talk to people. More we need them. One thing we need for to let's lay the politics aside. Okay, if we start to do that, we will address the issue in the way we will come. That's one. Now, going forward with the address of McKinney issue, there is a government in place. Okay, this government, because of the agenda, when people then vote them in a APC, why don't we can't talk because we get the number or another for talk up, good or bad. I will talk up, but let's make it fun because we are democratic now. We like the people of the nation, not act with this person and the leader for now because of the manifesto. That there is nothing we change, absolutely nothing we change that until the tax program. Then the ballot vote to go for that person, not do exactly what they want. Now, as we talk at area one, everything we government is still in the interest of the country and people. Now, if the government look at us, say, look at the afford to pay electricity, which is the main apple, where would they get from as a enter into the country? Who will not need that easy? We know the reason why the government is that. Some might want to, pretend like they don't know. But then we argue, say, they do have for salon, not to the house. Why do you have to go to the government? No stone of police officers, when they don't go for represent the safety of the people, which is why I even said that.
Okay, Mr. Dabo, just a second. I don't know if the viewers are hearing Mr. Dabo. Hello?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Dabo, I just want to play the devil's advocate. You they call from the United States of America, isn't that also?
That's correct.
Yes, the United States of America been a serious lockdown because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Yet still, where they kill, whether just come no more, where they kill George Floyd. We see people that come out to America, even I don't know state where in New York, other states there, where they not only stop them bomb places there, now Minneapolis, them bomb police officer them run away, them loot shop them broke shop them, then destroy serious property them. But did we see the police come out and open fire on them?
Okay, you see, that is the point I can always address with Africans. We will come out. Okay, we're not in our other world, we're in America. We know what it is every day that's gone. And we know what it happens. We're not get up by guilt. And most of it is only in America. Because if I don't watch box you, I can tell you.
No, but Mr. Dabo, you don't answer me question yet. I say, if you feel say the police will be open fire, Pale? The what happened in America, why give the instances? You feel say the police for open fire, Pale?
No, I don't expect police for open fire, because already police don't do something.
So are you gonna condemn the firing of the open fire by the people in Makeni?
No, they're not going to do it because they're not to waste over police.
No, but are you gonna condemn the fire where they open by the people in Makeni? Because they get reports, even no matter for say 4 people don't die.
You know, my brother, you don't answer the question. I don't answer.
No, but for the time you didn't answer the question.
No, I answer. You said police and open fire. I said no. They don't open fire. Why they don't open fire? Because it's clear. As you said, watch the news. You do not civil. You don't get any weapon.
You said the civilian in America are not questioned by police there.
No.
Are you if they watch the news, eh?
No, I don't need for watching.
Hey, but they watch and live.
Terminating call because you know.
But you need to watch the
Okay,
news.
okay, Mr. Dabo, thank you
To
very
be
much.
honest.
Time don't know now. Don't go allow other callers to begin, please. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, but sorry about that.
Yeah, hello, caller. Please, say your name and who side they call from.
Can you come from the United States of America?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Joseph. Welcome. Wait till you comment.
I don't really what everybody say about waiting when they talk in terms of rape and other issues where they happen in our country. Yes, like the top one, we don't hear it. Even the first lady can come and talk fine things, the president can come and talk fine things to everybody they support. Where they support, everybody they support nice thing and fine thing where they help the country and the people in the country. But they talk something that they do. If you come, you say you're not happy with the people, the way they rate, yes, that's fine talk. But if whenever they put them into practice, when they happen on our own side, we cover it. And the way it happen on the other side, we want to expose them. Are you ready and willing for fight what you say you fight? That's like hypocrisy to the highest degree. If the president come out, he come and talk say one piece for the people of Sierra Leone, then when it come out, he tell people them for go attack people them. If they allow unnecessary arrest and detain people, they allow and they kill innocent people them. What is the president they talk, not just sober talk. Now the highest people, even the last caller, the people that way the boss that live now the Western world, just like the last caller, now the worst people them, they're not even they talk like people that were exposed, people that were understand, people that were go to school. Why you they support things were not correct? Why do they support things were not right? Because you know say the country right now they suffer, people they suffer, they kill people there. Why people they not get conscience, especially this SFP government? Everybody when they support SFP at this time. Now people that will not get conscience, now people that will it's not people like them go school or they educate or they expose.
Oh, okay, thank you very much, sir.
I can respond
Thank
to
you
the
very much.
website talk.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. We don't get your comment. Thank you. We'll discuss about them later. Thank you. And let's tell the viewers they begin saying now 2 minutes to go because of time. And time they part 1 week small because we perfect for roundup. And the issues and plenty we for talk about, we'll not talk about it. Plenty issues, but we understand because the issue they happen right now in Makeni, now the most important issue because we don't lost with fellow Sierra Leoneans and they give plenty time to them, so we'll cover them as much as possible. Because it's very important for us to go much on them and now we'll make sure say people them then say give their own comments and views them. So meanwhile, whilst we wait for any other caller again, the number again now +44 79 513 77568. Ladies and gentlemen, all that talk again where we say we go much per small, where we not come by it. Where? Hello, caller. Hello, caller. If you just hold on a second, please. Just hold on a second. I'll come back to you. Other talk the way we be say we go much per. We'll not talk about them yet that much. Now the Palemba Road prison massacre, where 31 people lost their life. Them people that are not prisoner them, but they are still protected by the Constitution of Sierra Leone. plenty of who they call say the government need for institute an independent commission of inquiry. When an independent body go look into them, may they establish why this happened, who that they do them, who that them victims they are so, because some of them people they are, they get family outside. Maybe the family not even know say they don't die. Then also may then make justice for them people they are and put mechanism in place, may this thing not go happen again. So this is now another topic where we forgot much part. So Brother Manso, yeah, hello?
Yes.
Yeah, hello?
Yes, Super Meda here.
So we got this caller. Hello, caller. If you able to give you name and who say it. So you go ahead.
Yeah, me and Mohammed, I call from Paris.
Okay, welcome, Mr. Mohammed.
I respond to this last caller a statement we make, say people who support SLPP, they need to be able to stay, they go to school and all that kind of stuff. Then they see some of them also can bring problem. We still bring problem in our country. Now we refer you way back in the days of Anis Koma. When they go to Kabbalah, they go to Youth Center and Kabbalah for Kauta and Makino, I don't know Amabuka, they kill two people in there. They kill two people in the they shoot them to death. They kill them. Nobody no kind of media and talk. Then they done. They kill S.O. Williams. S.O. Williams that's alone. Nobody no kind of media and talk. You see, that's saying I want to. You see, we did not and we get problem. Now we are the problem.
Well, hello, caller. Wait, okay, just 1 minute. Now, just so you don't criticize, say that next man don't criticize, say SIB people don't go school. Now you say don't can do the same thing, say you not that they get problem. So which is which here? No, but answer me question first. You say the last man you criticize and say the man say the SIPP people don't go school. Say not for do that, generalize and it's not good. Now you don't come back, you don't can generalize the same thing. Say the not that they get problem. So you and that man who that right now? Oh no, it's not right. Okay, good. Okay, now we move from that side. Don't move from that side, my brother. The other thing back where I say, well, I want to ask you, you say now Kabbalah then kill people, 2 people in there. Then kill S.O. Williams. Yes. 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 So you feel say because okay, caller, you feel say when they kill 2 people in there, na Kabbalah day. So he writes now for me to go kill other 4 or 9 people that are Makeni.
I don't think he writes.
So but
that comes the problem when people at the camp just know at the end of America say when they kill George Floyd in America, people demonstrate, the police don't kill person. That's one thing. When I'm left for this compare America and Sierra Leone. When we did another part of the world, so we obey the laws them. Right now, we did a suggestion. Police boss fire like judicial. The British police boss fire. You know, close this program within a single of an eye. Within a single of an eye, because you do all the laws and authority.
So you feel say if police can like go carry me house, they can close program caller.
But when you go to salon, you need to obey the law. You say no, come for that part of the world, so we get people in a salon. Say, una come on right. Now una right. When you go kill now, una decision on social media because they get free.
But caller, you time the pardon. Now stop there because with this platform, for me don't deny no you instigate anybody say go first, go do anything also. But now stop and because you time don't know now. No allow. No allow. Okay, caller, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We don't see the caller your own views and everything. Like what they say, now this platform is like objective and open and a progressive platform. All man in views and comments welcome. We they urge people them for me to agree to disagree peacefully. We not attack nobody, we not criticize nobody, we not try for put weight up on nobody. We just discuss the issues them with views and opinion to the best of our ability. Again, Mr. Manso, for roundup, or they talk about the Pandemba Road prison massacre, where the government says they don't come and say 31 people died, which is very, very huge number. So what thing you take for that particular topic there? Because this is very, very important. What thing you don't take for that particular topic there?
Thank you, Superman again. You see...
Hold on, we come back to you. Hold on. Yeah, carry on.
You see, the issue with this problem na Pademba Road Prison, the correctional center. Na issue we this government need for order an immediate review of an investigation in terms of an inquiry. It is very, very serious. When you look at everything we don't hear so far since this incident took place, this incident took place in the prison, first of all, over corona, over the lack of quality of food, over the overpopulation of the prison, and then this thing turned out to be a prison jailbreak. I want me to remember that. The government say it was a prison jailbreak orchestrated by the opposition for free them political prisoners them. But when you hear...
Sorry, Mr. Man, so that side, it was not an official statement, it was just an alleged statement.
Yes, it was an alleged statement, but it was made by an official from the government. Even though it was an alleged, it came without any form of verification or clarification of facts, right? The government make the allegation in there. Now, what we don't understand what can happen, make we just fast forward things now. We understand now, say, now 32 people are killed. From the time when they killed them people in that day, the information minister come out and tell we say it was only 7. So you want to tell me, say, these people, the information minister, going into the correctional center, see the damage, see the dead corpse of innocent people, and when they massacre, no sabi count the body from 7 to 32, or let's say minimum at that time, if 32 die, at least 20 be known die already, and maybe the 12 die through the wound and the injury because they don't get medical. But let me fast forward the situation and bring the situation as to waiting the reports, the official reports and findings of the prison services themselves. From the director of prison, state categorically say this was not a prison break. This was a riot by the prisoners themselves. And this director of prison, they asked the question, say, the opposition didn't get any connection with regards to this riot? Is this was this whole thing that been prison break? He said no. So if the government made them alleged thing, and they, I believe, say the miss of information when this government they perpetuate in terms of things the way they happen in this country, will lead them for call the opposition a terrorist organization. We believe, say, now where we don't get the facts, it look like for say this was an orchestrated plan, or it look for say now a failure from the government for address the serious concern where the prisoner they may get in terms of poor feeding, in terms of the COVID-19, in terms of overcrowding, when they're not able for deal with the issue, then they now inspect the riots. So when the riots...
Thank you very much, Brother Manso. I think that clarification you don't give is very, very important, because the latest reports don't come out and all the figures and begin saying 2 dying and 7 and this, all that. I mean, you couldn't have put it much better. But don't just take this caller and call quick. Caller. Hello, caller.
Hello?
Yes, hello. Please, caller, for tell me what's your name and who side you call from?
Me Ibrahim Kago, I call from London.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ibrahim Kago. For say you comment loud and clear.
I want make I get a clear understanding. We don't get a lot of story about the country from the previous government until now. But we see say when the present government come and they preach on a new direction. So but I think that's confused. What does this new direction mean? Is it, and it come out with a slogan, say, power pack. Is it the new direction come with an ideology of power pass with Tonangi, waiting it don't happen, or power pass we do waiting we feel for do, or power pass we divert from all the bad that will don't happen, then we come na a straight path. This I don't understand really. I will gladly if this panel will able to put me through.
Okay, thank you very much. This is a very excellent question you asked. So I believe say the panel hear you loud and clear and then go comment on them. Because definitely I always believe say too wrong does not make it right. You know, believe you know fine say when Mr. Why don't go do so, I for say, oh, Mr. will go do so. I for always try for lead by example, try for do good thing for the benefit and interest of the country. But definitely the panelists hear you and then go comment on them. Thank you very much, caller.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. God bless. Again, Madam Jenny, another topic we'll get now, we'll talk about, we'll not zoom on it. We see a video where come out na social media, where now the Ministry of Lands, the minister inside by the video, they stop one gentleman when they say this man, he go there for go there, which gun business, then fanke, then this, that. You know, the minister himself, they himself believe, he said they go only man go here to the relevant authorities, them, this and that. You know, that be bad for so many people. People they say, what's they going? If they can, some people describe them as a primitive sort of handling of issues. So people they talk about them plenty in social media. I want you comment on that because maybe you go able to enlighten a little bit about that kind of scenario and why make the minister for take them so serious. So much so that it get people in the office when they look out for that kind of people in there. So they said Sabidentin and then the big one about the witchcraft, they able to see you, they able to know, and really baffle some of we went out to understanding topic then they if you able to go more for me go good for the listeners and before we come to waiting this gentleman ask this now.
Miss F see the video. At this morning I see him. One thing what we need for no na salon. We were come out salon, we go there, we men, they were born there. No say we get tradition. And then tradition, there are some people and take and so serious that God self will create them.
Let somebody talk quickly. If you
They not believe them. So in that side, I think they say that then this minister influence say he right for do what he do so. But to me, what them do for even video, put minister there, they show seeds them. You know, even remember again the seeds them, they show something on paper. It's wrong. Wait man not understand anything them they. They don't know waiting. The only good thing for that video day, the man was an SLPP. If not the APC, maybe it would have been worse. Now so me see him. But me, when it comes to tradition, things them, I not like Robumot there because I not go say I believe, I not go say I not believe. Not tradition something.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Jenna. I don't know if one go more again. Waiting this, the last caller be asked. He said, no, this power, this new direction. If not for go revenge, if not for go bad, if not for bring the country, for making the country good, he's saying torment and confused by this new power and new direction. Yeah, so he said because you know they understand whose direction is where the country they go or where the government take the country.
Me on comment on that issue. The government of the day, the people and therefore respect them. It no matter whose political party you belong to. It just like a way you get a daddy in a home. In the daddy, when I get for respect them. It get, it not get, it bring, it not bring, when I get for respect them. When respect not then are the problem today. You not go say you want law, you not respect the one way they make the law. Me na APC. Make I talk am. Everybody see me, everybody take me picture, put her inside. If I go salon, you put her there. But people have to respect the government of the day. They not believe in Tonangi, say where APC can do this, SLPP can do this. I born APC, I die APC. Let them let the government, let them do what they want to do at the moment. Let them allow them to run the country. Now the law side they're supposed to focus on. The law side, because any side where law there, people then they follow and do things the right way. Not so this here say this, say this, say me no want to know what this say, then they know say I don't want to know. Let them focus on the law.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Jenna. Thank you very much. Brother Mamadou, maybe you say go one go more by this particular topic. The last caller say, waiting at the new direction. He said this new direction, now for the country go before, now for can revenge, now for can do all kinds of things. We're unable to understand. He want to give some clarification because waiting they see and maybe waiting they expect it completely different. But only thought there, Mr. Mamadou, they get a call from Sierra Leone. Now we give this person chance, quickly comment. And caller, please, now for tell you your name and who say the call from. Okay, sorry, we don't lost the caller. Mr. Mamadou, now for continue, we don't lost the caller. Maybe go call back later. What did I take for that particular question where the caller asks?
Yeah. Thanks, Brother Med again. I will try to speed up things now so quickly because I get 3 points there now, so I want just touch on quickly, but I will come to the point we don't reach now. You see these whole things about this new direction power per business. I mean, I don't read SLP in manifesto, whether enshrined there and then they explain what this concept mean or not. But the only thing I would like to say about this concept, this new direction is now a backward direction. Nine they don't take so. And what I would like to say for add to that is they left this on they use this phrase for unexplained to the Israeli people and during election time for let the people go understand and make sense out of it. Then just use phrases they no more power need direction. But nowadays I learn and they don't know say this need direction means backward direction. This is my opinion about that. So if I mean I don't want to go into about the what they put in the manifesto in relation to how they explain them. But because of time, let's just move on to one other important thing where Madam Jane be the talk, but then I'll come to Brother Marcel quickly. Fetism. Why I see this video where we go on, I laughed this morning. I really laughed. Maybe I don't do too long that this country don't believe in fetism or this juju or whatever business. I just know of really what I take my own thing. That minister, and I understand as a doctorate holder. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, please, I stand to be corrected. And for an intelligent man of that, forget faith and believe in that kind of thing, it just says a lot about the caliber. And if you run a whole ministry like that. So whether they use fetism for achieving objectives there in goals to them, what that ministry they're supposed to achieve, I don't know. But I just been hope say that man whether in KTN, whether na SLP or APC, therefore been don't just say go home, man. We not believe in this thing. And that man talk say in a Christian, the blood of Jesus Christ the coverer. Well, if the blood of Jesus Christ the coverer, why make people
Mr. Modu, please just get a caller all the time for call from Salon. Caller. Hello, caller.
Hello?
Yes, what's your name? Hello, caller, you get me? Hello? Hello, caller? I think this line bad caller. Sorry, we don't lost the caller again. And Mr. Modu, you be the floor. Sorry, for continue, please.
Yeah, so let's just round up now. Don't forget about this fetism in business because I don't get faith and believe in them anyway. So now a mockery of the system. So, but then when you come on this Panemba road, is my brother Maso again. So then me and Maso look like say we're on the same line. I agree with him, you know. And the thing here is whether now one person die, whether now two people and die or more, as I've been on saying this before. Now Australian life go unlawfully, and for a government officials them. When they not get the facts straight, they would have been better off keeping their mouth shut rather than for go give conflicting messages than I. But these were people who were digging their own holes. First, the vice president go to one of the video they want to see the vice president go to say now 11 people and die. At the time when the figure be not go up to 48, by the way, so, and media unconfirmed source 48. They ain't go put on to 11. And then one of the spokesman for the SMPP, and Leone or so, in more than great.
Sorry. Now you land. Yes, that's how they do, but you know they give me. You line not be clear. Now that's how we don't do. But go ahead, you get it from what's your name? No, I know we say that you hold on. No, now you line. I be they talk to you, but you know you.
Because I don't end, I don't even say you don't pick. I end.
Okay, go ahead now. You get the floor because of time. You get the floor now. Now we go ahead. What's your name? Outside they call from.
Oh yeah, I call from Sierra Leone, of course. Nina Adama Mambu.
Okay, thank you very much, Amala Mambu. The floor to you now for give you comments and views, please.
Okay, my view and this program today. I want to start first with the false lady in video they go around. Okay, you other panelists will say support, and that's not your view. Nobody know they against or let them first rate na Sierra Leone. But you as a false lady, when you they talk, You remember, so you know they only talk for you self national, but they talk for the international world, like they talk for. So you therefore be respectful a bit. You can still make your point without, use that kind of same language and the way they use as a first lady. We're equally bad for regard picking them when they're in this country, because a first lady for be an example, to other girl picking them. Let's not see that. But let me tell you something. The first lady where they talk so. But we don't let picking at Kenema when at 3 years of age. When at a professor, when at SLPT and a husband in study, in letter picking there, that in the back to the podium, it is defend the man. Say not so the man left picking how the man and the woman adults today, if they get a business, let them sort them out. Could you believe that brave that woman there from that Sunday, they ostracize the woman here is picking 3 years of age picking? Apart from that one, the inside board. The president, so-called president, in Okunowe, speaking at that Sunday, that Sunday we talk maybe over radio, over and over, nobody knows what nothing about that. And in the first lady, he know about that. Why he not take them steps for me? Why not be nobody know they against 5 million? Whether you they don't offend you somehow or waiting, but you as a first lady, they represent the whole country where we're proud of. So they don't put you into a lot of shame. This particular government don't put you into a lot of shame. Yeah? So that's what he hurt you. They don't let you talking. Not me say because the first lady when
Thank you very much.
I can respond.
Thank you. No, thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're glad for your contribution, and definitely you. Okay.
I can respond.
Okay, thank you. We're not able.
The first lady issue.
No, we're not going able. So okay, thank you. Okay. I want to listen me 1 second. No, I want to listen me 1 second. Now, make this platform now open, objective platform for all Sierra Leoneans. Then your own view, yes. Then your own view, then your own comments, and people then go make up their mind. Okay, thank you very much. We respect your opinion and views. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Again,
round up.
Again,
no, I want get in.
Sorry, panelists. We round up now. I believe I will bring the come back another time because time don't there against me now. We don't go over with time nearly about 20 minutes.
Bola just a small thing no more.
Yes, you can. I come to you, please.
Okay.
I come. You know, say about waiting. We don't. I want first of all say to me, the viewers in the chat line. I want to tell them thank you plenty. We don't see plenty comments them, views them, and everything. And do again, and continue to admonish and advice we all say. We get this attitude we Sierra Leoneans for agree, for disagree peacefully. We all not go talk the same thing. We all not go be the same side. We all not go get the same opinion. We all not go think the same way. Now, so in a country of over 7 million people, it's not possible to all think the same way. But we just expect we opinion and views them, make we all move ahead. And we try for the sort of things then to the best of our ability and make sure that things work. I believe we don't touch up our big issues today. When are very, very complicated, very, very big issue them really. And the issues are emotional. Because right now they talk like McKinney about people who don't die. Then people who don't die, they get their own relatives, they get their brother, sister, mama, papa. So these are all very, very emotionally charged issues. We understand that. But again, we try for plea to all man say, the program we don't eat most of the issue. Now, okay, ask me panelists now for me and say, take 1 minute for round up because we don't pass the time far away. And we program now a very waiting call. So no one pass them too much, but don't pass some bad ones. So now I go come begin again to me, panelists them. I want to tell them thank you plenty. Like quality of me viewers, I want thank you plenty. We don't patiently We don't spend this plenty time. You have a panelist, I'm begin for Mr. Mansoe on there. I had so now make you just spend a minute for roundup, but all what you don't come back today, and you advise to fellow Sierra Leoneans, them to the government, to we all, and I see follow we will resolve things them for make our nation a better nation. Thank you.
Thank you, Supermaid. First of all, I want to make a statement clear that to the government to say that Mr. Kone actually not deserve to be the next electoral commissioner for the fact that in a civil servant, he not resign a year, and the organization where it work was actually constructed by an act of parliament. And then thirdly, it take in wages from the consolidated fund by money when a parliament approve them. So based on the reasons, then I cannot see any way why it would be the next NEC commissioner. And then make I go quickly onto the First Lady. I think they fight a good cause. They want to fight a good cause. But unfortunately, the language we the First Lady they use is quite deplorable. And I want for the government quickly act, forget a PR team for the First Lady, where they're able to monitor the messages them when the First Lady they put out. The message where he put out on in broadcast, it seemed very, very angry, and that's not in position for put out them kind of messages. Then their message then they for me come out from one of the people and where they work for through hands of our girls. And then all Indian get for say, if not that he believe, he support the message, but at least he can excuse himself, say no to me, Sam. And then he can make a policy statement we understand saying that waiting the government want for do for punish the perpetrators them heavily through the law of the land and through the courts if they find them guilty of sexual penetration and rape. But the language we use is so deplorable and unfortunate. And I cannot see any reason why the First Lady forever, ever criticize the King Adebayo for cosmamicos, because it don't bring himself that low. If it is say Adebayo low, it don't bring himself to that level. So for me, forget a PR thing for the First Lady as soon as possible. That will be the responsibility and urgency for the government.
Okay, thank you very much. And Mr. Masare, can you get another minute for roundup for what you want share with the viewers them and the populace in Sierra Leone in general as well, because I believe that's how they talk so now get thousands of people who for watch this particular video here. So you advise to them all and to all Sierra Leoneans, to the government, so we all at these trying times.
Yeah, thanks, brother mate. You know what? There are many things to talk about here, but today, I mean, you don't select some key pertinent issues. And the only thing I'm going to say to Sierra Leoneans then is now I feel really sorry for the situation of the country, and I feel sorry for key events that will not take place in our country today. We show injustice, especially the Panemba Road incident, the ongoing Zaga and McKinney, the other riot that will not take place now with the western area here, but especially so with the Panemba Road incident where the vulnerable people immediately, where they not get even means of escape, then they're under the banner of the state, and they massacre them, and worst of all, they give them undefeated funeral, yeah, burial kind of thing like that. And then people and they were there, some of them as on remand for a case will not get tested at court, and for some of them perhaps they may not reach their due time for common and appearance day and go about their lives. Now then liberty then seized, but the right as Leoneans in other aspects was still in place. But the government of the day rob it of them, massacre them, give them undefeated funeral, and then until later on, under pressure, they try to go and change the situation. So also, Leonean, I will say, we get to stand hard together. We get to fight for justice. Justice, they come so easily, and we don't see that in history all over the world. It's difficult. But for the time being, I mean, I don't want to take other people in time. I just feel really sorry for what they go on. So, that the whole country, and for the poor leadership would they show itself. you know, and I tell you, thank you again for this program. I tell you, listeners, and plenty thank you for the comment that would make. Any criticism here is accepted, it's all accepted objectively here. And I thank you all. I look forward to the next sessions.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Mamadou. And now, finally, least but not the last, Madam Jene Koroma, I think you said we don't talk plenty things about this program today. Unfortunately, the time will get limited. We're not able to go into details because, you know, plenty people want to contribute. As they see me phone now, it ring continuously. People, they call me from all over. I mean, the calls and the wait, like, but we're not going able to accommodate all. So, hope saying will be away next time. We'll go allocate plenty time and make sure so we debate the issue there to the best of our ability. Now, Madam Jene Koroma, as a philanthropist and a very patriotic Sierra Leonean, waiting now you final take to all the discussion and today to our country, your advice, and how you see things to go on our country like today.
I start with the first lady in comment. I still stand by waiting I say. I agree with them. I get me right and I get me reasons. Okay. The only thing where we need, because when I say we, I'm a Sierra Leonean, we need to get a public relation officer where they edit the messages them. That's all. We need that day for them. I stand by way in cause where they fight 100%, not even 99. I'm a woman, I'm a mother, I'm an auntie, I'm a sister. And I want waiting person in pink. The issue and but the call where they talk say how somebody uncle bad. I don't know if not the first lady or mother and your uncle do bad. If anyone pan then do bad, why would I not handle her? Handle her. The law not stop nobody. Not sit down free toys on TRP McKinney, they not grab go there and go check. That means you yourself don't commit crime. Not sit down, they say, oh, where this do it not happen to this, where this do it not happen to this. You get the right. If first lady come up say, when somebody do this, now this, follow what she said. Would that Africa? Like reach Adebayo in your backlash, just jump and quick. Would that Africa when ever cost? Then lift your hand. Begin from president to the farmer, or the cleaner, or the marketuman, or the thief man, or the riot girl. Would that when ever cost? Nobody. So let's leave this issue about Adebayo. Now that way the message they reach, make it reach the people then. Now so you want to deliver a message, I don't get problem with her. Me 100% they be and back. With Adebayo messages them. Now that way the poor woman, the layman, the bush woman, so then they understand them. Anything concerning rape, yeah, child molester, abuse, pedophile, me no they condole that day. It be President Pikino, it be President himself, for therefore deal with them. And that's my message. And I stand by it.
Okay,
Fatima be on a human being entitled to in your own way where he wants for talk or do things. No, not say because a first lady, not this, not that. If I respect the country of Sierra Leone and try to represent we as a nation, but it gets in right. If for that way she chooses to talk or for portray himself, where come up power, now that way they will go look him, now that way they will go write about him, now that way they will go talk about him. You know, they put snake for worker. Snake na for drag the day. So now so me say. And the Panepa Road issue is wrong. It's bad, it's bad. McKinney issue is wrong. Nobody no one lost in person. Whether I crazy or whether not if man, nobody no one lost in person. So the law, they go there back. Una need for do something. Una the police and the soldier, they una know they grab some more like so, una not born picking them. It might be you tomorrow. It might be you. So una be very careful. Una not hold a position in there forever. And I can accommodate. The next government can take any action and try to do the same to in a family them. So please, we are all Sierra Leonean and one country we get. Don't look after each other. And me your message down there. Thank you.
Okay, then thank you very much, Madam Jene Koroma. And again, I want to say thank you plenty to me panelists. Like what I said, a very dynamic, a very good panelist. We can't say the wrong of much, but so many issues and within a very short period of time. I want to tell them plenty, thank you. I want to tell you now, waiting at the chat room, I want to tell you thank you plenty for most of our comments them. Una share with we, una patience, una deal with we talk about issues and where they affect we country. And again, I want to summarize 2-3 things and what we say. First of all, we come to the conclusion, say, waiting they happen and McKinney will really sadden. And with they extend this platform, they extend the condolences. So the people in today, we don't pass them, family them friends them. And to all the people in Makeni and all the people in the salon, because we want Sierra Leonean there, we all they suffer, we all they feel them. So, and we call again on the security forces them for me to make sure say, then do something for calm the situation down, not for escalate the situation. Who say I reach you, may stop there, may not pass there. Because what you do, the people that don't suffer a lot. Do ya the people that are more in authority, the people that are in charge, men and treat all man as them their own brother and sister, because I don't know plenty in a small country. We all are brothers and sisters. I don't treat yourself with love and affection. And what do they see somebody is stop forthwith. Then also again, we don't talk about the Panama Road massacre. And I hope say the authorities are giving, say therefore institute an independent commission of inquiry for establish the facts and bring the perpetrators them to justice and put mechanisms that not happen again. Then also we don't express we regret, with disappointment, with the collapse case against the former minister. So now 49,000 bag of rice don't go forever. We know waiting are the remedy ways is go count to win now. All thing and they were very disappointed. We talked about the issue of the witchcraft business. Well, now and all man gets a different opinion about that. And we left for that side. So many other issues we don't talk about. But again, and the advice we all Sierra Leoneans and we are not treat yourself with love and respect. We are all Sierra Leoneans. We all not get the same opinion. We all not get the same views. But again, I promise to say, now this particular platform, the Then and Now Media platform, with this program inside Salon today, every Saturday, 8 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. Salon time, with a live, they talk about current issues them, where they affect the country them. Current issues them, where they where this issue come up today. So we all at the bleed, with the feel them, with the feel the pain of our fellow Sierra Leoneans. And we see young about them, they don't ask it to bleed. So that Mona we saw you feel them. And I believe so we'll join all Sierra Leoneans for extend that sadness day. So again, we'll stop at one time on all thank you. May God bless you all. May God bless the country and may God direct the country. Now, thank you. Tata.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you and goodbye.